Askreddit, an asteroid is supposed to hit Earth in 8 hours, only you know it's gonna miss Earth narrowly. How you will exploit the panic? Bring a megaphone to a mall or something and shout, "I bet everybody here $4 that this asteroid won't hit the Earth." 8 hours later, after the asteroid missed, I claim about $70. Con 17 people and a midget, good job. Short every stock. Then go find that girl in accounting, the one who always has that one strand of hair escaping from her otherwise severe hairdo, and say, "We only have 6 hours left. Do you really want to spend it alone? Oh good one. Buy property. Everybody, sell me your houses and office buildings and I'll give you enough money to party for the rest of your time. Then when it misses, I own half the damn city. Then sell it back to them all at a 25% markup. Sell wooden flutes I've carved myself for $80 a pop. I accept checks." If I heard Earth is going to be destroyed, getting a hand-carved wooden flute is priority number 1. Markets will be crashing like crazy. Just begin with shorting the hell out of whichever ones are poised to drop the most, and then in the few minutes before the asteroid misses impact, just buy up everything. So make a fraction of profits on the shorts, and own everything else for pennies on the dollar. Shrewd. I like it. Sure you're not a Rothschild? I imagine that all the televangelist preachers would be scrambling to get their riches and families into underground bunkers or something. Step 1. Get video proof of them abandoning their followers. Step 2. Broadcast this on their own channels while urging parishioners not to panic but to pray instead. Step 3. After denouncing them as false prophets, I would convincingly proselytize to the frightened masses that all will be well. We do not need to follow these snakes to find our salvation. We will triumph through the power of prayer. All the while, mocking the opulence and hypocrisy of the televangelist preacher. Step 4. Asteroid misses. Look you guys, we did it. Step 5. Televangelism is dead. Step 6. Just kidding. All hail your religious overlord Elephants Gerald, and for just a few payments of $119.99 we can make sure that little Jimmy makes it out of that coma. 1. I love your Reddit tag. 2. Underrated comment is underrated. I'm going to very publicly going to urge the ones around me to join me in a magical ritual to stop the event. Anyone who joins me will already be panicked enough to be ripe for picking, and after it works I'm sure I'll have a whole bunch of people who are down to join my cult. Name, the Guy Woolwasties as witnesses. Predict it on Reddit and reap the karma. Sorry but you won't get the karma. Someone's going to repost it just before it misses and take all your upvotes. Say that I am God and we need funding to keep the servers alive, else I am launching the Ice Age DLC. God's plan? Nah, EA's Ark. Join the roving bands of people who'll be killing and looting and getting my temporary insanity defense ready by doing it all dressed as Princess Bubblegum with a carrot stuck up my ass. All I need is the carrot. Ah yes. Tell my crush we are going to die anyway, so we might as well frack. Tell her anyway. It's still true, just a matter of timescale. Looks like it's the end. Was all the time and energy you all spent hating each other worth it? Yes it was, and frack you. So no one here will try to tell others what's really going on. I would be a waste of breath. Who would believe random guy without proof? Half the responses are stocks, economics, and the other half is roughly telling those crushes that might as well frack since they're about to die. Thing is, why not both? Unless you're already next to the individual for the second part, there's gonna be some time needed for communication and travel time. You start trying to contact them on a desktop while you are interacting with stocks. In only an hour to a few hours you can easily get an amazing position from stocks that will set you for life. So even if your plans for part 2 don't work out, y'all were still productive. And if they do, well you now have best of both worlds, and the new wealth might make the second portion way more frequent. He has cracked the code. First, I'd assure my mother everything will be okay. She worries enough as it is. In the worst case scenario, the world will be in chaos, so I'd also take my close family somewhere safe, and I'd let my close friends know as well so they can prepare however they wish. Then they can tell their close family, friends, and so on, until people stop believing. It'll be a localized, small network thing at best. I'm not powerful or influential enough to do much else. In the best case scenario, a good portion of the world would already be convinced that everything will be fine. Those with the power and influence are smart enough to try to keep the world from descending into chaos, and they will be invested in that outcome. I'd also exploit the financial market and whatever if possible. I'll suggest you to make a askreddit post to calm people around the world. I'm going to Disneyland while there aren't any lines. There probably aren't any staff either. Buy a bunch of stocks. I read this as socks. Invest in everything. I'm sure all the markets will be open and conducting business as usual. Why would people sell anything? What good will money buy you in the next 8 hours? Booze, hookers, cake, a giant pile of money to jump into? The ability to make it rain? Start a bail bondsman business. Thinking long term, I like it. Please subscribe. Multiple videos uploaded daily.